Welcome to the Indie Author Roadmap, the podcast for new and aspiring indie authors.
We're your hosts, Rachel and Rob, here to help guide you on your writing journey.
Join us each episode as we share tips, insights and practical advice to help you take the next steps towards becoming a successful indie author.
Whether you're working on your first book, navigating self-publishing, or looking to connect with fellow indie authors, this is the place for you.
So grab your notebook, settle in, and let's hit the road to your publishing dreams.
Because right in the end is just the beginning. Hello and welcome to Indie Author Roadmap, episode 23, apparently, we've just checked.
Yeah.
And I am Rob Radcliffe, and we have with us...
the absolutely amazing Rachel.
Absolutely, oh look how perky you are, it's disgusting.
You forgot to add just at the beginning of yours.
Yeah, no, hungover Rob today.
Yeah.
Liverpool won the league last night, so I had a few drinks and now I'm tired. And you thought this would be the best time to quiz me on shit.
Yeah. Well, I had someone yesterday ask me a really simple question about some author terms, and to me they were like, in my brain, was like, they're just so easy, but then I realised that these are probably terms that people just don't know, when they're brand new. So I thought, I'm going to make a list of terms and I'm going to ask you if you know what they all mean, and you can explain what they are.
So you're going to... I have to explain them?
Yeah, it's potentially an episode, again, where I just tell you're wrong.
Well, you just tell me I'm wrong again. Brilliant.
Yeah, so I've got 37 terms.
37? Fucking hell, I thought we were going to have a quick one today so I can get back to my hangover.
So, well, some is terms and then some is things we use. So it's a little so if you do 2 minutes per thing, it's over an hour.
Yeah.
We'll see how far we get.
I applaud your words. Fuck's sake. I applaud your being. No.
This is going to be interesting.
Oh, for fuck's sake! This is the one day. Right, go on then. Number one.
Right. What? So I'll give you some together because you can explain the differences. So we've got the difference between an alpha reader, a beta reader, and an ARC reader.
Aren't they the same thing?
Oh, they're not.
Alpha reader will be the first people you show it to, and yeah. Beta reader will be, I don't know. Tell me.
Do you know? So the alpha reader is the person who reads it as you're writing it.
Right.
The beta readers are the people who read it kind of when you've edited it, but it's not been to your editor and had all the final proofs.
Yeah.
And the ARC reader are the people who read it when you think it's ready for publication.
Right. Okay. I didn't realise people actually read it while you were doing it.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that was a thing.
See, I use my Patreons as my ARC readers. Like, I'll write a chapter and post it.
Oh yeah, I suppose if you
Patreon, and it's unedited and everything.
Yeah.
I use them as my alpha readers.
Okay. Yeah.
This is
ARC readers. I would have got ARC readers. Is obviously when you're ready. When it's been edited. Well, sometimes you have ARC readers that do it before it's sent to the editor.
They're beta readers.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, alpha readers, they're reading it unedited. Beta readers, they're reading it with your edits, but not official editors. And
Right.
ARC readers, they're reading what you're hoping is the finished product.
Okay. So I didn't do well on the first. Go on, next one.
Next one, critique partner.
Critique partner is your. It's. Well, you'd critique someone else's, like two authors. You could critique their stuff as they're writing it, and it's someone to hold your hand while you're in the writing process, basically.
Yeah. So you got that one right.
I did, yeah. I've never had one of those. I've never had a critique partner. Have you?
I used to years ago. I used to
Did you find it
be.
helpful?
No.
No. Why?
No. Because So I was part of a critique group, so we all like put our chapter in, and then we all had to critique at least two chapters of two other authors.
Right.
But I found that you had just too many voices that you just kept redoing your chapter, and so months going along, and you're still on chapter one.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think if you had a critique part as well, like if you're writing your book and you're getting another person's opinion constantly. You need to get that book written before you hear
Yeah.
opinions. Really, yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't find it helpful, and I also have found in being in critique groups, and it's not the same as everyone, you get a bit bitchy.
Right.
So I'm just like, yeah, so I don't like them.
Right. Okay. I got that
Yeah.
one right. Yay.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one is another one. It's four different terms that are all kind of in the same thing, and you just saying what they are. Like we've just done with three, so I've got four for you now.
Ah,
A developmental edit, a line edit, a copy edit, and a proofread.
developmental edit is when an editor deep dives into the whole story, into literally why a character would think this, if it's right or wrong, proper getting involved in the whole story and how it's flowing and everything. Next one.
Line edit.
Line edit is literally putting a ruler underneath each line as it's edited, and literally just the nuts and bolts of the prose. I guess the your grammar and all that shit.
Kind of. So line edit is so you were right on the developmental edit because that's the story as a whole, but a line edit is like the lines or the or the paragraphs as a whole. So you're still not looking for typos and punctuation.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, and then copy edit
What I just said.
is your typos and all that stuff. Yeah, and then proofread.
Proofread is it's like a copy edit, but not as much. It's reading the book basically, and as the story flow,
Yeah.
and yeah, and
Okay.
if you've any mistakes, they'll pick up on.
Yeah. Yeah. You got that one right.
Yeah, for.
Yeah. The difference between plotting and pantsing, and they also now say discovery writing. You
Yeah,
know
but
they.
that's pantsing
Yeah.
basically. Yeah. So plotting is where you write out the story beats and stuff, and you know the where it's going, and you've got a structure to your story before you start writing. And pantsing is just sitting there writing and seeing what happens. Discovery writing, pretty much the same, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I knew you knew
What's
that
the
one.
difference, what's the difference between pantsing and discovery writing? If there's two
It does the
different.
same thing. It's just that for some reason we've come across this discovery writing rather than
Yeah. Okay.
pantsing. I know you don't know this one. Skeleton draft.
What was I calling it? Draft, skeleton draft.
Yeah, it's
My shit hearing.
yeah, skeleton draft or zero draft. They both mean the same thing.
Right. Uh, that's basically a plotting in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically a really in-depth outline, but it's an outline that someone's written like a pantser.
Well,
So when you do a zero draft or a skeleton draft, it's basically a pantser who is just telling the story, but with no, they're not caring about getting the scenes right, getting the dialogue right. Like they'll write along and they'll go, oh, there's a fight scene here, and then they'll go on to the next bit.
that's how you writing it.
I write a bit more in depth than that, but sometimes I will just write insert fight scene here. But yeah,
Yeah, and then
but
come
you,
back.
they usually for a full length novel, they're usually about 10 to 20,000 words when they do a skeleton draft or a zero draft.
See, for me, that's just wasted time. That could have been 20,000 words of your
It's
book.
basically a pantser who doesn't want to be an outliner.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Word sprints or
Word
sprinting.
sprints. You've got half an hour. Let's see how many words you can write.
Yeah,
And the clock's ticking.
yeah. This one, I don't know if it matters anymore because they've closed, but NaNoWriMo.
NaNoWriMo,
Yeah.
National Novel Writing Month.
Mm-hmm.
It's in November, and it's you have to write 50,000 words in that. Well, at least 50,000 words in that month, which is
36.
1,633,333, isn't it?
67.
Hmm?
1,667.
67, 7, 7, 7,
Yeah.
7. Right, okay, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
But
done a couple. You've done
they've
a lot of
closed
them,
now.
haven't you?
I've done 20. I've done it for 20 years, but they've closed, so I'm very sad.
Why?
They had two things. They had a whole scandal going on where there was some moderator who was like grooming the young authors. So that kind of gave them a big kick. And then
Yeah.
they put out a
Do it.
statement that they put out a statement that they weren't for or against AI. So everybody that's against AI said that if you're in the middle ground, it means you're for AI because you're allowing it. And people boycotted it, and it's just taken it down.
Why didn't they just not mention anything?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so there was a big boycott last year, and they announced maybe a month. Well, no, they announced it on April 1st actually, because I went and looked it up to see if it was a hoax. But it was the end of Nano, which makes me
Right?
very sad because I really like that site.
Was it like a real business? Like, was it, did they
Yeah,
make
yeah,
money and stuff?
yeah. They used to have. They did a lot of charity stuff and raised a lot of money.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
because people boy, this drives me nuts when people boycott because they forget the charities that benefit from the companies that they're boycotting.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
that's that one.
Anyway, back to terms. So publishing terms, KU and wide.
KU and Y.
Wide.
Oh, and wide. Right, okay. Kindle Unlimited. It's if you're exclusive with the ebook to Amazon. You everyone inside that. It's Netflix for books basically, and you get paid on page reads, not on borrows. The borrow it, and you get paid on pages read, and the amount you get paid it varies, but it's like not 4 ish a page, which doesn't sound very much, but if you start getting 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 pages read, it starts adding up. Wide is everywhere. You're everywhere. You're not exclusive in your ebooks to Amazon. You are in all the digital stores, and you champion. And you don't hate Amazon, but you free being wide. You can do anything with your books, and you don't get the any repercussions.
Yeah. But you can't be in KU.
But you can't be in KU because you are wide. That's
Yeah.
yeah,
Were you ever, did you have books out when it wasn't page reads, when it was actually borrows?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It
Yeah.
was it was a lot easier to get up the
It was
charts.
'cause you could see you borrowed your book or you bought your book, but there wasn't any of this page reads, and
Yeah,
it was if they borrowed it but didn't read it, you still got paid.
yeah, yeah. Back in the day.
Yeah. You're not doing too bad.
Well, fucking hell. I don't really have an excuse for not. I've been doing this a bit.
Backlist and front list.
Well, your backlist is your books that you've previously written. Basically, usually you'll have a first in a series and then through the series, and that is your backlist. Front list is the one you're doing now. I don't know. What's
Yeah.
front list?
Is it your future, your pre-orders and
You
shit
plan.
like
Oh right, okay, yeah, yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
that?
Uh, Front list is your pre-orders or your Kickstarter, I guess, if you're doing one.
Yeah.
Or, yeah,
Yeah.
anything that's coming soon.
Yeah. What does read through mean?
Read through is
Yeah.
my favourite thing in the world. Uh, you've had someone buy book one and they loved it, and they moved on to book two, book three, book four. The further down they get, the more of a fan they become, and they can't wait for your front list to come out.
Yeah.
Gone through it
See,
all.
these sound really
Read,
simple terms to us, but I think for people that haven't been in it that long, and we throw all these terms around so easy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, read through is the way you make money at
Yeah.
marketing as well. You you put all your marketing dollars behind book one, and then you've got all the rest of them.
Yeah, you want them to go through your
And
backlist
don't,
and then
you
pre-order
don't
your
put any
front
money
list.
behind book two, three, four, and five, and that's where your profit comes.
Yeah. Right.
Hopefully,
Back matter and front matter.
but front matter is the bit at the beginning before your story starts. So it might be by the author, or you might have a sign up at the back of my book advertisement. You'll have your copyright page sometimes at the back. You'll have acknowledgements. No, acknowledgements might come at the back. You'll have like you'll have to Jane and Clive who believed in me, blah blah blah. What's dedication? You have a
Yeah.
dedication at the front, and then back matter is sign up to my newsletter and links or pictures of other books. You might have an epilogue. You might have the first couple of chapters of the next book in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Pod.
Hmm?
Pod.
Print on
POD.
demand.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Done that one. Print on demand is instead of having to stock loads and loads of books like you would have had to physical books back in the day, you people will buy one book and one book will be printed by the pod machines, and that's why it's called print on demand. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. You've got Ingram Spark does it. Amazon does it. Does anyone else do it?
book vault.
Book Vault, yeah.
Yeah, there's a few. Well, the little
They're the main
publishers.
players, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right.
although things do it
ISBN.
now. Draft to digital do it now.
I don't know. Not sure,
I know
maybe.
you can. I haven't
Look,
used
there's
them.
used to be Lulu. Have you
Yeah,
used Lulu?
that was my
Yeah.
first. That
Yeah, that
back
was
in the
my
day.
first. Right. Next
That's
one's
about
is
58 quid for one book.
Yeah. Next one is ISBN and ASIN.
ISBN is your, what is it now? International, don't know. But it is the
International Standard Book Number.
that one. Yeah, it's the number your book is given, and it's each format's given one. So you'd have one for, is that right? You'd have one for printed. You'd have one for hardback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it links to the publisher, even if that's you.
yeah. And what's it? ASIN,
ASIN.
Amazon seller.
Standard.
Amazon star. Do you know what? I was actually telling someone the other day what this was, and I can't remember it myself. Thanks for doing this when I'm hungover.
Amazon Standard
Identification number. Yeah,
Identification Number, yeah.
yeah, and that's it's your Amazon number. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
For Kindle only as well, isn't it? No, do they have ASIN? No, they have ASINs for the pods as well, don't they?
For what?
Do they have ASINs for your print on demand? I know they assign you an ISBN if you ask for it.
Well, the ASIN's there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the
On
Amazon
your book
identifier.
page. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you put the ASIN in the store thing, don't you? Like for a geolink in Vellum.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It
Right.
takes you to that book page.
You should know what this one is, and if you don't know this one, you need to just quit.
Go on.
KDP.
Kindle Direct Publishing.
Yeah. But not a lot of people, like, when they've not published their first book, won't know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. It is the biggest bookstore in the world. You can't avoid it if you're going to be indie. And if you have a problem, some people do, don't they? Big corporation, Amazon, the evil corporation. If you decide you're going to take a stance and you're not going to be on them, you're going to be losing money. You're
Yeah.
not. Everyone's there. But yeah, there's some people like wide people that really don't like Amazon, and that's
Yeah.
the reason. But at
But
the
they
end of
will
the
go through aggregators.
day,
They will go through aggregators, which is weird because because most aggregators for Amazon will give you a 60% royalty, so you lose that 10%.
Yeah, yeah,
which book by book basis isn't a lot, but when you're shifting heavy numbers, it starts clinking up.
yeah. Next,
Right. Author Central.
Arthur Central. You know, Arthur Central. So many like new authors and stuff don't know about it,
Exactly.
and no one really tells you about it. I don't know how I found out about it. Actually, it was probably a course actually that took. Arthur Central is it's it's Amazon, but it's kind of a hidden away bit. It's where you control your book page and your
Yeah.
profile on Amazon. It shows you now how many followers on Amazon you have, which is pretty cool. And it's if you have a book page, if you don't have a book page and all your books, it's where you claim your books when you've just published them, so they're tied into your author page. If you don't, then they'll just be kind of hanging around in the ether. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Author Central. Also, if you've got problems, or
I
you
found
can,
it because I was trying to, because I was looking at other indie authors and they had that about the author, and I was trying to figure out how they got that. And I
yeah,
looked through KDP and it's not in there. And then I discovered that it was actually through Author Central that you make that.
yeah. It's weird that it does that, really, because I
Yeah.
mean,
It's sticking
I
me in
don't
one
understand
place.
why you couldn't just have that on your bookshelf.
Yeah,
But
because you've
it
got to
is,
register for it separately as well.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you can also track your books. Um, if you've claimed your books as well, I don't know if you've done it, you can track how it's gone up and down in the charts and trends.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you can do
It's
it with yourself as an author, can't you? Or
yeah.
do they still chart the authors? I don't know if they do that anymore. Because they
So
used
I'm
to,
not
didn't
sure.
they?
I'm not
Used to.
sure.
Yeah.
I only go on it for I don't know. Yeah, just to claim books. I
Yeah, it's
don't really
very rare
spend.
I go on it.
Although when they came out with saying, "Oh, you can now see your follow account," I had a look and was like, right, "Well,
I think that was probably the last time I
can't
went
do
on
anything with it." But
it.
nice one.
No, you can't contact your followers.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
so who are Ingram Spark and D2D?
Ingram Spark and Drafted Digital and Ingram Spark are aggregators. So I haven't really done anything with Ingram Spark ever really.
No.
I think you used to have to pay $50 or something for each book that you put up on them, so I just didn't bother. But they're an aggregator, and I believe you need them if you're gonna go into book. Well, you used to need them if you were gonna get in Waterstones and stuff. You go through them because they're a partner with, is it Gardeners?
Yeah, yeah,
Who are the big book supplier in the UK. Anyway, yeah. And Drafted Digital again is an aggregator, but it's the digital the digital side. So if you're going to go wide, you'd upload your book to this one place, and then it'd fire it out to all the places. Uh, there was one author actually that uploaded his book to Drafted Digital that was helping, and he'd done Amazon as well. I'm like, no, you need to do Amazon on your own. Don't
yeah.
go through an aggregator because you have no control really, and you really want to control that the behind the scenes bit. Eventually, he's in KU now anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
I think
aggregators.
I think Draft to Digital, like if you're doing Kobo and Barnes and Noble now, it's easy to upload them. I think that the one that's still a pain in the backside is Apple.
Apple, yeah. I tried once. It's weird.
Yeah. You've got to
When I
sync stuff to iTunes and all sorts of.
Yeah, I mean, and also if you've got a PC, you're knackered if you don't
Yeah.
have a because it's just literally. But
Yeah.
yeah, you have to go in one place and then download something out. Was it Producer, Apple Producer or
Something.
something?
Yeah.
And they just made it so difficult that yeah,
It's just like sod it, I'm going Draft to
yeah,
Digital.
I will pay that 10% not to have to go on this platform again. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can
Vellum
get
and
into libraries and all sorts, can't you, through
yeah.
draft.
So we got Vellum and Atticus.
Vellum and Atticus are formatting softwares. Vellum's my favourite thing in the world. I use it nearly every day.
Yep.
It's it's the gold standard of indie publishing formatting software. It's brilliant. Yeah, I think it costs about 250 quid.
And that's lifetime as well.
Yeah, it's not a subscription. Thank God, eh?
Yeah.
Another,
Could you imagine?
yeah.
I wonder how many Macs have been bought just for vellum.
How many what?
MacBooks have been bought just for vellum.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
that is literally why I got a MacBook instead of
yeah.
a
Same
laptop.
here. Yeah, I
Yeah,
uh, I saw. I mean, I was sick of the blue screen of death, and I mean, and MacBooks are so pretty, and they're just so
yeah,
yummy anyway. But yeah, when it was when I saw that I couldn't get this formatting software. I mean, this was back when I was using Drafter Digital to format the books,
yeah.
and it was a meat grinder, and like, you can't control anything, and
No, I
yeah,
used
I
to
mean,
do mine chapter by chapter into a specially formatted Word document that I had. It used to take me ages. You know,
yeah,
embedding the fonts and all sorts. Was like,
it's a nightmare. And get one thing wrong, and it's
yeah,
throughout the hell. Oh, it's disgusting.
yeah. And you get your paperback version, and there's like blank pages in the middle. You're like, oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, and
But Atticus is basically the same, but for PC, for Windows.
well, Atticus is it's cloud based, isn't it? And I bought Atticus when it came out, even though I had Vellum, just to see because I liked the idea of being anywhere, anytime, not needing that this one. This I like the idea of because they have the formatting section and then you can write in it as well. I know
Yeah.
a few authors that actually write directly in Atticus and then well, they don't format. They ask me to format it now, but it's having it all there, and I believe they've got. You can word. Come on, words. Uh, yeah, we'll
Yeah.
do you ever do that? Like you've got one specific word that you're trying to grab. I'm
Yeah.
sure I'm getting slowly early onset dementia.
I think it's just called age and alcohol.
Yeah, maybe.
Should we move on?
With with Atticus, you can customize a
Right.
lot more than you can in Vellum. I think Vellum there's about 8 or 9 different styles that you can have for your books, but with Atticus there's a lot more, and you can create more and upload them. The thing with Atticus is it's clunky as fuck though.
Yeah.
I had it on my phone. It's not very mobile friendly. Uh, yeah, so I've just gone back to Vellum. Yeah, because
Yeah.
Vellum's brilliant.
Yeah, it is. It's what I use. It's great.
Yeah,
Right.
and they didn't have an update for ages, did they, Vellum? Because they were just
No.
resting. They were just resting on the laurels, and then Atticus came and went, "Shit, we need to do something now." And then
Yeah, but now you get
they
updates every time you log on to it.
yeah, yeah.
Right. Next one. What's a street team?
A street team. It's sort of like an art team, but these are the people that will shout out about your book on launch day. They'll be the first ones to put a review on and just be your people to tell everyone else about your book.
Yeah.
And
Reader magnet.
they're usually art readers as well, aren't they?
They are. Yeah. They're usually your super fans.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So this one's got three names, but it's the same thing. Some people call it reader magnet, lead magnet, or lost leader.
that's your cookie. 4 names.
Or cookie.
That's your thing that you offer for free to get people on your list. Usually a novella or maybe an epilogue or the lost chapters, or it can be what do other people do? Some thriller writers will do like a redacted case file, or you
Yeah.
can do all sorts
Character
these days.
profiles.
Profiles,
Some people do deleted scenes, deleted
yeah,
chapters and stuff. Yeah.
deleted chapters. Or there was one author who was David Lyons. He uh, he did a YouTube video. I mean, he does standalones,
Hmm.
and he's one of the sign-ups was to a YouTube video talking about that book, which is quite a cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Newsletter swap. What's that mean?
Newsletter swap is where you've got author A and author B, and they say, right, I'll promote your book in my newsletter with a sign up and stuff to get some of your people, to get my people on your list because we write something similar and they will like your books, and then you do the same to me.
Yeah.
You swap audiences basically.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Perma-free.
Perma-free is when it's wide. Usually, when you
Yeah.
wide, it's the first in the series, or you've yeah, it's usually the first in the series is free, and it's relying upon the read through then
Yeah. Or
to
I use my perma-frees as prequels.
right, yeah,
So you don't need to have read them, but they're like a bonus.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, BookBub.
BookBub
I
is
suppose with that you've also got BookBub, but then you've got what does BookBub featured deal mean? And then you've got BookBub new release as well.
who's answering this question? You or me?
You are. I'm just giving you the three different versions that you can answer because these are what it just reminded me that these are what gets thrown around.
Okay, so BookBub, what you have in general is these places that have lots and lots of readers, emails, and in different genres, and you can pay them and run promotions, and they basically you pay them, they host your book and put your book in an email that then they send out to their audience. You've got lots of different ones. BookBub is by far the biggest. BookBub featured deal is it's the career maker. It can be the career maker where you apply. You can apply once a month. Each book you can apply for a BookBub featured deal. They're quite expensive, and
They're like $1,000 now.
yeah, well, it depends on genre, doesn't it? I guess the bigger genres are more expensive because it's a bigger list.
Yeah.
If you're lucky enough to get one, you usually have to reduce the price of your book. That's fine because it's just going to you get so many downloads and you'll get massive read through. And if it's in KU, you get massive page reads. You've had loads, haven't you?
Yeah, I had a year where I got 8 in one year.
Yeah. With the wide books.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But
No,
champion wide.
one series was in KU, and that got amazing. It was something like 180,000 page reads in a day on one of them.
Nah, that's meant.
Yeah, it was like I was refreshing every second.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's gone up more. It's gone up more.
Yeah, it was like every time you refreshed it, it hadn't just gone up pennies, it had like gone up pounds on the thing. I
Yeah,
was like, it
yeah.
was so great.
But
Yeah.
they're very very reader focused. As an author, you're a means to an end because they want to supply the best for their readers, and and they're very wide focused as well. Although they will consider your book if it is in KU, but it's mostly wide, isn't it? Because it's all
Yeah.
about the reader being able to get the best possible price and being able to read it wherever they choose to read.
Yeah. So then
Yeah.
we've got three websites for you to talk about. We've got Book Funnel, Story Origin, and it's not Insta Freebie anymore, is it? It's Prolific Works because they all do the
Are we
same
still
thing.
going?
Think so.
Yeah. You've missed one. Publish Drive.
And Publish Drive, yeah, that's a new one, isn't it? I forget about them.
Yeah. Uh, so this is the place that you. Well, first of all, you can host your. Well, it's public. No, it's Publish Drive aggregator.
Maybe, yeah. I think
Yeah, I
Story
think it.
Origin, Book Funnel, and Prolific you can actually host the files.
Yeah, the big ones, but Funnel and Story Origin came around. It was in beta for years, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's the place that you upload your book so people can download it, which sounds a bit silly, but yeah. But talking about Book Funnel, it's yeah for your reader magnet and stuff like that. Books that you actually want to give away, you you need to upload them so that readers can download them as a book. You can't just send the EPUB file because it doesn't work like that. And Book Funnel was the first, was it? I think it might have been.
I don't know because I used Insta Freebie first.
Right.
And then I discovered Book Funnel.
Yeah.
Story Origin was definitely the later one.
Yeah. Yeah. You can also do Book Funnel. They've got promotions and stuff
So did
where
Story
you.
Origin.
Yeah, Story Origin does. Story Origin have got loads of things. You could get lost in the amount of tools they've got in there
Yeah.
because they just keep adding different tools. Story Origin's the same as BookFunnel, but it's a different company. Uh, you do you use Story Origin?
I used to use it. I've not used it for a bit, just because I've
Yeah,
only because I've fallen out of routine with my newsletter. But I used to use it all the time because I like that they have a calendar, so you can just log on and go to like whatever day, and
yeah,
they kind of schedule the newsletter swaps for you as well.
right, yeah,
So you
yeah.
could say,
They've got all that planning tools and stuff, haven't they?
yeah, I really like that because you could, because I used to put mine in and say that I sent my newsletter every Sunday and I've got 5 swap slots, and then people could just come in and apply for them, and then
Yeah,
I could choose. And but it would give you the cover and the link and everything, so you really didn't have much work to do.
yeah. I did have a Story Origin account because I like to try all the different things, but there was too many things and it was overwhelming once again. So I just went back to BookFunnel. They
Yeah.
work really well. I really like the landing page that you send to the readers on BookFunnel. Story Origin's a bit clunky, I've found, but it also works. You know, I know authors that have had tens of thousands of sign-ups through Story Origin. It's just a means to get your book onto a device for your readers.
Yeah.
And Insta Freebie, I think, and it was years ago. I might have used it. I can't really remember it.
Yeah, pretty much the same. I think it
Yeah,
was like has less features than the other two.
yeah. But funnel, I mean, it's really good also for promotions. You get a lot of authors that will run promotions, and you can jump on there. But I used to do this, you know. I used to have a lot of, but these people who read books and book funnel do not buy books.
No,
They,
they're just freebie hunters.
yeah, they're freebie hunters, and I mean, if you're looking for ARC readers and stuff, it might be a good thing. I think some of my freebie hunters have become ARC readers and stuff because they've said I will never buy a book, but they really like my books. So then I said, well, it's annoying, but do you want to be
Yeah.
become one of my people? Yeah.
A blurb and a synopsis.
A blurb is the copy sale. It's the punchy advertisement for your book to entice your reader so that they're going to buy it uh, while adding a bit of intrigue and so it's copy. It's advertising copy. It's the first port of call that they'll find out what your book's about, and you want to catch them so that the synopsis is more long-winded.
It also probably has the ending in it as well. It's what you'd send
The
to,
synopsis.
yeah. It's what you
Synopsis is
send
what
to,
you'd send out to publishers and stuff and agents,
yeah, or
wasn't
your
it?
cover artist as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we've got some like actual crafty things. Trope.
A trope is the things that need to be in the thing, otherwise it's not the thing. Tropes are plot styles. I don't.
It's the expectations of the genre, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Your enemy to.
If you're writing romance, there's got to be a meet cute, and there's got to be a romance. If you're writing spicy, there's got to be some sex in there. If you're
Yeah, your
writing
enemy to lovers.
if you're writing a cozy mystery, there's got to be a crime.
Yeah, it's tropes are the expectation. And fuck, if you get it wrong, Jesus Christ, the
They let
shout.
you know. Yeah, but and a lot of tropes are like the what the style of story is. So you've got the romance, but then like you say, you have the enemies to lovers trope. So you know it's going to be two enemies that are going to be in love by the end of the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
I've always struggled with trope because I mean, I guess you just kind of had them without me realising it. Sometimes it's not as you write in the story because you've read a lot of that kind of book, so you know what is supposed to happen in that kind of book. I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's because it's like the Hallmark Channel, isn't it, for the Christmas movies? That itself is a trope, but you know what's going to happen. It's just
Yeah,
different characters and how the writer or the film director creates it is the difference.
fucking
If you
hell,
have a,
Hallmark movies.
I love the Hallmark Channel. Oh, do you know I actually have two Christmas cards now? I got another one.
What are we doing? What? No one fucking cares.
I even got a
I
Christmas
really don't care.
Christmas about Hallmark. Anyway, right. So HEA and HFN. You don't write romance, so you don't know what this is. Well, you do technically.
No.
So happy ever after,
Oh right,
HEA,
okay.
yeah, and HFN,
HFN.
yeah,
No.
happy for now.
Right. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
heard of
that's not.
them, but
Yeah, it's more your romancy things because romances always have to have one of those endings. Oh, you've not written a
yeah,
romance.
I mean, yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. So my ladlets are technically rom-coms.
Yeah,
Certainly, I'm marketing them like that, and Tinder does have a happily ever after. Some of them don't though.
yeah, but
But
do they have a happy for now?
in Barman, he's committing suicide all the way through it, and it
Oh,
ends on a cliffhanger. Has he or hasn't he?
well, you see, cliffhanger endings different, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
because you're gonna continue it, so see, that's a different term. What's a cliffhanger?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I guess they all do have happily ever after or happy for now.
Yeah.
Uh,
If you're
yeah.
writing romance, it has to have a happy ever after, a happy for now, or a cliffhanger because you've got another book coming.
See, I did this without even realizing.
Exactly. So you know them, you just don't know them.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
does what does FMC stand for and MMC?
FMC. Female male
Main.
copulation.
No, it's female main character.
Oh right. Okay. I
So
was
then
thinking.
obviously no, because we have all these letters that go around, and then MMC is male main character. But then, especially on romance, if you look, you'll have it's an MM book
Yeah. Yeah. That's what
or an
what what.
FF book or an MF book. Go
Yeah.
on, what are they?
I much prefer the FF books
Yeah, I want to imagine so.
to the MM, but too many willies. Don't need that shit clogging up my brain. I don't read any of this anyway. I don't know.
No, me either. But MM is obviously male, male, and FF is female and female, and then FC is FM is female and male. But then you get the complicated ones, don't you? That are MMFMM because it's you got all your reverse harems.
Yeah, but it gets even more complicated now because you've got a different flavour of human being. You know, all these different gender, trans and gender different
I don't think they've
pan.
approached that. I think everything is F or M. I don't think we've got um an NB for a non-binary. I suppose that's what you put in. I don't think we've
Uh,
got. There might be. I don't read books in the LGBTQ world, so I wouldn't know.
FCG X
Yeah,
Y Z.
I probably
Yeah,
we're probably screwing that up. I'm gonna get complaints.
yeah.
Um, what does POV mean?
Point of view.
Yeah.
It is the point of view of you of the character, or it's the point of view of the story.
So what does that mean in relation to first person and third person?
First person is the character telling the story, so you're reading from behind their eyes. You can only go where the character goes. You only find out stuff what the character finds out and knows. You're wearing the character's skin. And third person is there's a few different ways of doing third person. You can do
Oh, don't
third
jump
person.
ahead. You're doing what I do now. You're jumping ahead. Just what does third
Okay,
person point of view mean?
third person is you in the sky telling the story. You're the god.
Yeah.
Uh,
So then in first person, you've got the omniscient and the limited third person point of view. What's the
yes,
difference?
yeah. Omniscient is all-knowing God who can switch from characters to characters. And what's the other one?
Limited third person.
Limited is you following a character. It's close to first person, but it's still third person. But you're only that you're sticking with that character. I'm doing that with my. I'm doing the limited third person with my Peter Pan one
Yeah.
because I wasn't sure whether to have it first person or third, but it works better. But it's sticking with that character. You know,
Right. Pen name or pseudonym?
pen name is or pseudonym
Same thing.
is the same thing. It's another name in which you write under. I once had R.J. Radcliffe, but he died
Last week.
last week. Yeah,
Yeah. Author branding.
author branding is it's it's more series branding, isn't it? You
I don't know. You get both, don't you? Because Stephen King is an author brand, but then
yeah
he has series brands within his author brand.
yeah
Because like
uh,
he's got his I can't think what it's called now. The Dark Tower series has a certain brand, and
yeah
then Stephen King himself has a certain brand.
yeah. Author brand is it's who you portray yourself to for the readers. And series brand, what you're laughing at, you can see how much you're struggling. And series brand would be that series, like you said, your Dark Tower series, or yeah,
Yeah, I was laughing at the uncertainty in your voice. All right, this is
just
your
saying
last one.
words and hoping they come out right.
Yeah, this is your last one. What is a writing retreat?
A writing retreat
Yeah.
is where you'd fuck off from your everyday life, and it's where you're gonna get some words down.
Yeah.
People, authors can do it on their own, or they can. There's people that run them. Craig Martell runs quite a few, doesn't he?
Yeah. Someone was talking about Adam running one.
Hmm?
Someone was talking about Adam running one in the lakes.
Oh, in novel games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, should
See,
do.
it did it.
He's just been on one actually, Adam, to
Yes, yeah.
the Caribbean
Yeah.
because he went there. There's a mastermind conference, but he went a few
Yeah, it was
days
like a
earlier.
conference stroke writing retreat thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Anyway,
been
that's
on any writing retreats?
only on my own where I've needed to finish a book, so I've pretty much just gone and booked a premiere in
Yeah,
and just gone there at 3 o'clock at check-in time and written away until stupid hours, slept a bit, written some more, and then checked out at
that's
checkout
what
time
J.K. Rowling did,
and gone
wasn't it?
home. Yeah, I literally, because I obviously live just outside Blackpool, so I've literally just gone to a premiere in that's just up the motorway at Preston.
Yeah. There's
Only because
something
that one.
very authory and kind of not romantic, but like as a writer, just to hide yourself away and just this is what I'm going to focus on right
It's
now.
really beneficial actually, because I'd seen an author doing it. I watch an author called Sarah Cannon, and she's got the Heart Breathings channel, and she does it quite often.
Yeah,
And I've like, that looks really cool, so I'm like, I'm just gonna try it. So I booked a cheap premiere in. It was like 35 quid for the night. And I
yeah,
thought, well, I'll try it. Is it going to make a difference? And it really did because you've not got all the noise of life.
yeah,
I was just super focused. So, yeah.
yeah.
Have you ever done one?
I've not. I'd like I'd like to, but I haven't.
Okay.
But I'd like to not just up the road at the Premier League. I'd want to fuck off to another country or something for no
Yeah.
reason. Just, but then what am I going to
Yeah.
do when I'm there? I'm not going to be writing. I'm on holiday on my
Well,
own.
exactly. So this is
Basically,
why.
giving myself a on my own holiday and tarted it up at Sorry Shan. I'm writing
Yeah.
retreat.
Well,
Yeah,
this is why the Premier Inn works well because over the road it's got like a Hungry Horse and then it's got a Burger King. So
yeah,
I can just go out, get something to eat, and come back and work. And I'm not. There's nothing to distract me like a holiday.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, like these Premier Inns are usually in the middle of nowhere, just off the motorway, aren't they? So it's not
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you can go to
Yeah,
the
and
pub or
there's no entertainment there.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they're good.
When was the last
But
time you
that's
did one?
oh gosh, probably last year.
Right.
Yeah. Although,
I
right,
think I remember seeing you posted actually on
yeah,
Facebook.
it's really funny actually because I usually go and record all my YouTube stuff when I'm there, and I like batch them. And
Yeah.
someone had commented how strange it was to see me actually recording in my own home.
Right.
Yeah. One of my funny ones though is I went to. Have you heard of Guy's Court in Garstang?
No.
No, well, it's like they've got. It's just a really nice place, so I went there for one, and they have these really nice bathrooms that have got a jacuzzi and it's got a TV and everything. But
Nice.
I've never been in a jacuzzi before, so I'm like, I'm gonna go and sit in the jacuzzi. Well, I added bubble bath
All
and
right.
turned it on,
And then yeah, when you should be writing, you spend it all clearing up.
clearing up bubbles. Yeah, they were literally. Luckily, it was actually a wet room, so they were just all over the room.
Yeah. Do you
But it was.
think, like, the writing retreats that authors go on together, maybe a weekend or 3 days, and they go up in pine forests of wherever, and the book a cabin with a load of them. Do you think they'd be beneficial, or do you think it'd be more networking? I
I
don't
think
think
you have.
I wouldn't want to do any writing though, because I'd
I
be
think you have to be strict with yourselves, don't you? I think you have to set a timetable like this is when we are writing and then
yeah.
actually do the writing.
Mm,
The only problem is I think I anyone on a writing retreat with me would get really annoyed because I'm a really fast, loud typer. Like I smash the keys
yeah.
when I'm yeah. And I've got heavy metal playing in my earphones so I can't hear what sounds I'm making. So I
Mm,
don't know how anyone could write around me.
yeah. Yeah. So I got them all. Well, not the
You did them
first one.
all, but you did
Yeah.
most of them. And I think you ended up with more than 37 because I threw some extras in as I thought of them.
Yeah. Okay. So how's your marketing going? How are your TikToks going?
So I've not done TikToks for a few days now, just because life happened. But I
Mm,
actually noticed a dip in my sales, so I don't know if I'm imagining it, if it is that fast.
yeah. You
Uh, because it's gone a bit down again, and I was just like, hmm.
so I had I've I've been doing it now since January consistently, and I'm seeing more sales, and I've sort of got my message bang on now to attract the right people. And what I find, like, one of my TikToks will be back. I'll have had like 400 views, whatever. But then all the other TikToks that I've done before, I'll be getting messages from people in those videos.
Yeah,
It's weird how it works. But yeah, I had my best sales day yesterday
nice.
and it wasn't. I didn't get 10,000 views. It was lots of different ones. It's weird.
Yeah.
Uh, but I was talking. I think I mentioned this last week or maybe the week before. I was talking to author Joe Evans, and he said he doesn't put hashtags in. So
No, I've stopped doing that
I've not been
because you
doing
said,
hashtags for about a week and a half,
yeah,
and so it's obviously the algorithm's finding the right people, and
yeah,
that's why I'm getting all these sales. But they're buying the whole series in one. They're not just trying meat market. So
yeah, yeah,
it's good. I had one person. I imagine it's one person buy all my books. So they bought all the ex RJ Radcliffe ones. They just bought everything from my Amazon page, which was very
it's
nice
cool
of
when
them.
that happens. Yeah.
Yeah,
So this weekend I've had 5 messages off guys. Like never had it before. And suddenly I got 5 message requests off guys going, "Do you want a sugar daddy?" And this, that, and the other. I was like, "No, buy my books."
I'm glad you reminded me. I had a
I've never
message.
had it before. Like I've had this account probably like 2 years. Well, since we met originally in Manchester, so it's like coming up to 3 years ago. So I've had this TikTok from them, never had it, and suddenly like 5 in a weekend.
I had this message. Hello, private message.
Yeah.
Hi there, hi there. That's what I put. How are you doing today? It's good stuff. Not too bad. Where are you from? UK. Okay, no problem. Send me your WhatsApp number. What? This we're not going to talk a bit more. And I just put, oh, what the fuck? Why would I do that?
Yeah.
And then they put WhatsApp number now. No, I don't think I want you to have my phone number, random person. Some weirdos out there, aren't there? Yeah.
People are weird, yeah.
So we've managed to. I quite enjoyed that, like quick fire.
See, wasn't as bad
Yeah.
as you thought it was.
Yeah, I'm almost not hungover now too, which is nice
I
as
made
well.
your brain work, and it's helped you.
Yeah. So what are your plans for
So
the week? What are you doing at the moment in your authoriness?
I've still got to finish editing Jigsaw Girl. So last week I said to you I was going to edit Jigsaw Girl for the week and get it finished last week.
Yeah, you didn't.
I then proceeded to not touch it
Yeah.
and go and do other stuff.
What, a new book, writing a new one.
Yeah, and so in that time, I've managed to, and I counted this up now. I now have 9 works in progress.
Yeah.
I'm just, and I'm like, they're moving like this slowly. I'm like, I need to
That's the
stop it
thing,
and like
nothing
just
gets
pick.
finished. They all just move a
Yeah,
little bit,
I
don't
need
they?
to just like, right, I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to do this one. So I need to sort. So we went for a walk yesterday, and I was like, I need to focus on these my top 3 priorities. One is a
Yeah,
writing project for Patreon. One is my edits for my book. And then in the evening, I'm allowed, because I've got some projects that I'm like just playing with. In the evening, I'm allowed to focus on one project that's a playing with project.
yeah. I'm,
But
I'm,
I'm not
I'm,
allowed to
uh,
touch that in the morning.
I'm gonna. I mean, this is why Patreon's quite good because you have them if you have them all set out there instead of hidden away in a folder. You know sort of what you need to do for each one of them.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
I've been. What have I been doing? I've been designing. I've been doing authoring work for other authors, but I'm
yeah.
also designing my Millionaire trilogy uh, covers at the moment. So there's a lot of looking at just for some inspiration, really. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, I sort of know what I want. I want it very text heavy and
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
something with the text. But yeah, I'm doing that at the moment, and then I'll be planning a Kickstarter soon for them. So
Yeah.
that'll be fun. And I'm
Did you do
also going
any
to be on.
writing? Did you do any actual writing?
I haven't written a single word this week.
No. I got, well, I dictated, so I got 36,000 words, but I was dictating. And that was 36,000 words that I wasn't supposed to have written
Yeah.
because I
Well,
shouldn't
yeah.
have been messing around them.
Another thing because obviously I'm moving. Everything's moved over to Rob Radcliffe now, not RJ. It's the it's the redoing. It's so time consuming, like redoing the covers for the print and the hardbacks and stuff. It takes ages. I kind of know why you haven't with 50 books. You don't have them all in
Yeah,
because unless you do it one at once as they're being published, it takes fucking ages, doesn't it?
does, yeah, yeah. And it just feels like a monster job.
Yeah. So I've been doing all that, and most of them have come back through now. So they're all Rob Radcliffe now.
Yeah.
RJ is
Oh,
no more.
I did have no, he's not, no more.
He did have
Are
a
you
what?
gonna, are you just switching the covers over and just updating them as Rob?
Yeah, yeah, same
Yeah,
stories. But it's not
yeah.
just that;
You're
it's
not
like that
re-release,
matter and stuff, and it's the links that all that
you're
needs
not
changing.
re-releasing the mode though, are you? You're just updating them.
No, no, they've still got all the reviews and all the rest of it. So yeah, I was quite lucky there because I get to keep everything. It's just it says Rob Radcliffe
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say I had give a shout out to James. Is it James Felix is his surname?
James Felix, yeah.
Yeah, because I had an hour's phone call with him and he was going through police procedures with me and it was really interesting
He's
and
great, isn't he, James?
yeah,
I've just been doing some work for him recently. I've got
yeah.
another cover to help him with. Actually, I think I'm going to be chatting because he wants to talk about TikTok with me, and because
Right, okay.
he's just started doing it, uh,
Yeah.
asking me for pointers. But I guess I'm new, so I don't
Well,
know.
we've all got our expertise, so if you do anything with police in it, ask James because he was really good. Because I was on the phone to him for about an hour, and he just let me ask all the questions and
Yeah,
explain them to me. And it was really interesting. And there was obviously things I don't know because I don't work in the police.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
really cool.
He's a great guy. It's not his fault. It's the southerner. But poor,
Yeah, he's
poor
from
lad.
Essex, I think.
Yeah, it's Essex. Essex boy.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, but
he's
it's really
a lovely
cool.
guy.
So
We'll have to get him on.
yeah,
When are we going to get people on?
I know I need to sort that list out, but I've had drama in my real life.
You've been
So,
too busy fucking writing shit that you're not supposed to be writing.
but to be honest, I think I've been writing this shit just to take my brain away from the real life drama.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Because kids are worse when they are adults.
Don't say that.
They are so
Why?
much worse
Fuck off and do their own thing.
because their problems are bigger.
But they're
Like
not
when
your
they're little.
problems anymore. That's the
I
thing.
know because you're still the parents. They still come to you, and it still like takes up entire days and takes up all your mental energy. And then they go home all sorted, and you're sat there going, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Still got all this shit to come.
Yeah. So enjoy your kids when they are little. You think
I
toddlers
did. I
are?
loved it. I loved when they were 18-month-old was the best. I loved it when they were just starting to talk and like a little
Yeah.
personalities coming out. Now they just want feeding. Or I can see one of them now. He's just come out. Just want
Yeah.
feeding, don't
Yeah.
you?
My favorite age for kids is kind of like that 5, 6, 7. You know, when they're a little bit independent, but they still
Yeah,
believe in everything, and they're really, the
yeah,
world's still magical.
yeah. The youngest one, 7, Grace, brilliant. She's well good,
Yeah.
funny as well. She's not. The rest of them have all got issues.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
just wait, because you think teenagehood is bad. Just wait to adulthood. It's far worse.
oh, we're
You
fucking
get,
off then. We're
yeah,
moving away then.
you get phone calls like that's full of tears with "I've just crashed my car,"
Yeah,
or the problems are bigger and they take up more time.
yeah, right. Well, one of them who's still got scarlet fever, but he hasn't. He's off today, and he wants to go and take the dog for a walk. So I guess that's an episode, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, okay. I shall see you next week. Oh, hang on a minute. No, no, don't know what I was going to say. We'll stop it there before I start waffling.
Okay. Don't forget to
Okay.
like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, and if you've got any authory friends, tell them about us.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a
Tell
post
us
up for
about them.
questions.
Tell them about yeah that.
Yeah. But I'm
Right.
gonna put a
Hang on, it's
post up
coming
for
back now.
questions.
I keep speaking over you. It's maddening, isn't it?
It is. Right, shush. I'm going to put a post up for questions.
Okay. What for?
See if we can get one of those questiony episodes again.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Also, do
Yeah.
you want to put like a Google Doc up for people who want to
Yeah, I need to do that.
come on the show?
Of
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
And I'll make sure I don't drink the night before we record.
I don't know, you did all right considering.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
I bet anyone watching it can slowly see you coming round as the
Yeah.
episode
Probably. Yeah.
progressed.
Yeah. Right, yo. Cheerio.
All right.
See you later.
See you later. Bye.